I would be even surprised that this actually gets any type of attention right here. But I wanted to say this something because I was making quite a bit of commentary today, and I'm gonna say this that I just want to let you know I'm not going to be focusing in this topic on a celebrity whatsoever. But I am really, really, really annoyed, and it's because I'm fired up as it relates to the innovations and the opportunities that are in this world that a lot of us in these United States of America are not taking advantage of. And the truth be told is that we will literally vote ourselves into the most fucked up of situations. And we have no fucking equity or leverage anywhere but on one side of the aisle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is California a Democratic state? Is it a Democratic led state? Correct me if I'm motherfucking wrong right now. Cause I'm really about to go out because Conscious TV got one more time to fucking play with me. You got one more time to play with me. We will be in this motherfucker wizardry. It will be pure motherfucking wizardry. And whatever you perceive me and the DL Whisperer to have, bitch, you will trade places with us. You keep fucking with me and you'll see what type of time I'm on. Because I'm not playing about my people. And I don't give a fuck about being your best friend to get it done. But back to what I was saying, because that bitch right there don't give a fuck about the gays. He don't give a fuck about trans women. And he really don't fucking like black women. Sitting his pop head ass over there. He wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for black women. He wouldn't be a motherfucking place if it wasn't for black women. Because I was one of those black women. That fuck ass nigga. You gotta talk to a motherfucker like they really need to know. Talking at black women any kind of motherfucking way. When majority of your fucking demographic. You know, I'm finna say this because I really do support the girls, but I really don't give a fuck about cussing the motherfucking girls out. I love me some Dominique Morgan. But just like today or yesterday, she said, I don't know why Nikki would make this move considering all the people that supported her to get her where she is. Well, Dominique, what do you think about this then? All of the black women that have supported LGBTQ men, gay black men, trans black women, were it seated in the audiences. Gay black men who do hair. They take up majority of the... Who the fuck supported them people? Huh? Who the fuck... I would like to fucking know, Dominique. Who supported them motherfucking people? Who birthed them niggas in the world? Huh? Talk this motherfucking cash money ass shit. You motherfuckers did not do this shit when them niggas was talking about black women like a motherfucking dog. For years. You didn't say shit when it wasn't about the LGBTQ community. You didn't read them for filth. You didn't spend hours upon hours in dialogue about how they sold their soul. But you get your motherfucking ass, not you, Dominique. I'm talking about, I'm not saying this because I actually respect Dominique. I'm just saying in general. Y'all get y'all motherfucking ass up here on this internet. And you wear out a black woman and you tell me that shit ain't misogyny or. You tell me that's not misogyny or. Because if you really was equal down the motherfucking middle, you would have had think pieces about Boosie. You would have had think pieces about Kodak Black. You would have had motherfucking think pieces about Jay-Z. You would have had think pieces about Beyonce. You would have had all of these. You would have, there wouldn't, Nikki would be in a category amongst a, you would have these think pieces about Lil Wayne. You would have think pieces. It would be a celebrity showdown, shutdown. You think because you twist your hips, nigga, that you can't be a misogynist? Why you always standing on the neck of what is heteronormative performing black men and talking about how they ain't shit? Nigga, how is you any shit? How are you? Like you don't go and fuck on your friend's person. Like you don't go and fuck on another woman's man, irrespective to all of the things that have happened that this person is performing as a DL man, as if we cannot. Every popular trans woman and gay man has had a segment about how they're sleeping with another woman's husband. You don't have that same motherfucking heat for DL men. I'm not supportive DL whisperer or not. I don't know what the fuck is going on right there. I just wanted to get at that motherfucking CTV motherfucker. Cause he think people be playing. I don't give a fuck about all that cutesy ass shit. Nigga, you still a nigga. You still a patriarchal proxy, nigga. You better clank them goddamn glasses together. You better get your goddamn prayer cloth together fucking around. Because let me tell you something. Whenever I'm talking about my people, that's including your fuck ass. Nigga. It's including black trans women. It's including black men. It's including black women. Y'all sit up in here and you give this goddamn crocodile fucking tears to that sweet lady who died trying to help people. Which you would not walk in her shoes, but you got all the fucking tears in the world. You are a fucking hypocrite. That woman was exhausted. There were probably more white people who came to her aid than it was you niggas. Clock that motherfucking T, bitch. There were probably more white people that donated to her than it was you niggas who shedding tears on the internet the fuck right now. So y'all play with God way too much. Y'all calling her an angel and she deserves it. You're calling her a saint and she deserves it. But let me tell you something about the Lord and Savior. If you don't think that angels come in all facets to be of thanksgiving and to be of charity, you must not understand the other virtues. And that if you are not observing those virtues, you might as well be against those virtues, since you want to talk about someone being a saint and an angel. And you're sitting there crying like the fool. But there's people that you know right now that's going through something. You probably ain't lit a fucking candle for them. You sitting out in this motherfucker. I'm talking about a reader now. You sitting out in this motherfucker getting ready to spew hatred. Been a hateful bitch since forever. And you got the nerve to disrespect that woman's name by crying on her behalf when you don't even observe a third of what the fuck she stood for. I think you need to be more tired helping your fucking clients. Bitch, I think you need to be more fucking tired. I think you need to be doing far more prayers. I think you need to be so tired you ain't got time to be gossiping about some shit and helping perpetuate the hateful nature of black women. You so fucking tired, you don't got time for this shit because you are concerned about 300,000 black women who lost their fucking job. That's what I think you should be more concerned with if you really want to ask me. Because I didn't hear shit from y'all motherfuckers when it first happened. Me and maybe a couple of people talked about that. But you supposed to be for the fucking community, right? And then you had the nerve and the fucking audacity to get up here and try to position immigrants as if they are victims of black people in these United States of America, the way in which a lot of our people of the diaspora absolutely disrespect us and the things that we have contributed to in this country. I'm not saying that I want ICE to do what they're doing. I'm not saying that people should be attacked at all. But I am observing that you want to say some shit to us, and we are tired when your communities, where were the fucking Haitian communities walking for black people? Where were the Bahama people? Where were the fucking Trinidadian people? Where were you motherfuckers at? Or what, did you just want to be absorbed in the movements that you can be perceived as an African American until you're having conversations why you are a better wife, why you have better poom poom than these American black women? Bitch, fuck you all day, every day. It's fuck you all day, every day. Because I hate a motherfucker that get up here and act like they give a fuck about anybody other than themselves when they are wicked and rotten to the fucking core. The best thing that could have happened was your feelings to get hurt and for you to cry. And you're going to try to still put all that shit at the doorstep of fucking Trump and Nicki Minaj when last time I checked, California was a Democratic ran state. Am I right or am I wrong? So that lady was going between Las Vegas, Nevada, I don't know, I don't know, and California, exhausted while working in California, in a Democratic ran state, and all those homeless people up and down, subjugated to sexual abuse, subjugated to assault, subjugated to murder in a democratically ran state, might I add. So you talking all that shit, but the government of California didn't think to honor her? They didn't think to create a fund for her? But you over here crying and doing the fool, huh? Because you really give a fuck, right? Just like y'all was about to cancel Tabitha Brown, who is so sweet, because she wanted to do business and create business and further her brand because it was in Target. You were talking, we're in talks. If it wasn't for that woman's anointings and her prayer, her prayer command, her command and prayer, if it were up to most of you niggas, she would have went bankrupt. If it wasn't for the God that she serves. The way in which you are so judgmental and dismissive of people who don't fucking agree with your point of view. Not seeing that the highest measurement of intelligence is the ability to see multiple perspectives, even those that go against yours, in order to grasp, perfect, and even enlighten oneself. When someone gives a different perspective, one or two things will happen. Either you and what you think will be debunked, or you will be able to argue to the holes in that person's reasoning, and it can also strengthen your position. But to try to beat down on somebody and gang up on somebody, talk shit, read, humiliate a person, that's some gang shit right there. If it were up to Conscious TV, if y'all all go and watch that latest fucking video, because he's fucking disgusting. I'm telling you, he's a vile motherfucker. I don't understand how the fuck any of you motherfuckers associate with him. He's on the same wavelength as that DL Whisperer. He loves to laugh at people's fucking misfortune. That motherfucker ain't got enough at laughing at people's misfortune. It ain't gonna be so funny when he experiences it, though. It ain't gonna be so fucking funny then. And I'm not even wishing it on a nigga. It's just the nature of things, how it rolls. What you put out, you will receive. You motherfuckers are so ready to throw your people away, and specifically black women. Black women are so regressed. We are so tired that we don't question why gay black men disrespect us in the same fashion that we don't question why it's okay for men to support R. Kelly and then we date them and we got young fucking girls in our home. We do not take care of each other. We are gossipy. We are mean as fuck. We are miserable than a motherfucker. And we have babies that we cannot take care of, while trying to say we are matrilineal fucking led. Well, guess what? In a matriarchal society, there is a abundance of wealth and money. In a matriarchal society, Miss Pat McGrath would not be going bankrupt. I'll say that much. We would have been seen about her. In a matriarchal society, you don't question a person who has been deemed to be worthy of leadership's positioning. You see them as an ally for your concerns. Women do not respect each other, and you wonder why gay black men and black trans women can get up in your face and tell you all the ways in which you are not showing up, but a nigga put a gun to their head and blew their goddamn brains out. They ain't got shit to say to trade that will blow their goddamn brains out. They ain't got shit to say to trade that'll rent them for the night and blow their motherfucking brains out. But the little brains that they do have, they figure it to come over here and fuck with you. And you still support that self-hatred by the fucking pound. You don't read that as misogynistic? You don't see that? Them same niggas don't say shit. You got this motherfucker, you got a King of Reeds. I didn't see him doing a whole thing on the manosphere at all. Didn't say a fuck thing about it. Conscious TV sure the fuck didn't say shit about that manosphere. Oh, bitch, they didn't give a fuck when black women alone were on the chopping block. Them motherfuckers didn't say shit. This shit went on for years. Because that's where their loyalty is. Their loyalty is to their maleness before it's to you, despite the fact that you've been loyal to them the whole fucking time. That boy got up there today and told that DL Whisperer guy that when it all boils down and you don't have anywhere to go, you're going to be back with us, meaning that he differentiated them from us, the diaspora, despite how much black women have been in support. This is the reason I got in T.S. Madison's ass. And I said, you being the wise person you are, you really want to start this kind of shit right now? You want to do this right now? And you're going to get what the fuck you was asking for. You're going to get that. Fuck it. Saturn is moving into Aries. So God bless you if you got Aries or Libra placements. The fuck? And then it'll be in Taurus. So God bless you if you got Taurus or Scorpio placements. Y'all talk some cash money shit. You talk about how you got this and you got that. You ran your black ass up in here to hear me cuss your ass the fuck out. But I bet you one thing, you didn't go and hit the sister that's homeless that I shared who's a reader. You didn't go throw no money in her Cash App while you sitting there fucking crying and being performative like you give a fuck. That bitch said, I can't believe this is not America. This is not America. Girl, shut your dumb ass up. This is not America. This is so fucking stupid. I was like, this ain't America. You mean this ain't the same country that whipped the fucking flesh off our ancestors' backs? What? This ain't the same country that just acquitted a man who ran over, what, a 7-8-year-old black boy in Mississippi that none of you motherfuckers thought to even raise a candle for? What about all these black people that have been found hung? You ain't saying shit about that. But you wondering why Nikki's over there at the Republicans. Anybody with some fucking sense would go and know who to go under right now. Do you think the Jews gave a fuck about the anti-Semitism? No, they didn't give a fuck about that. The Jews put a bunch of money behind the Trump campaign. You know, Jews were historically democratic, right? Yeah. You motherfuckers ain't saying shit to them. Why you not saying shit to the Jews? But talking shit to us, but you support the Jews, the Republican Jews who own production and television and music, who are the executives of these industries. You support them. You support the industry, the same industry that will whore you out until you're crazy and on Skid Row. The same industry that attacked people who would not let them fuck them in both holes and enjoy it and thank them for it. That's who the fuck black people support. That's where your loyalty is. Tell me something. If you voted Republican, bitch, why aren't y'all voting Republican? Why don't you have constituents who are Republican? Why don't you have equity in every way in which black people have the opportunity? This is how you fucking get laws passed. This is how you get yourself make sure that you're getting your community's needs met. You don't concentrate in one area and those damn people don't have to give you shit for it. You go and you put constituents all over the map to vote in your favor, whether it be conservative or liberal. It's like black people don't want to use their goddamn mind or something. You've been sitting there listening to goddamn Beyonce and spaceships and shit, but you can't sit here and think. You heard some, you know what? What did she say? What did she say about her how smart she is? You want to listen to Alien Superstar, but you don't want to be an alien superstar and think for yourself. You up here talking about Beyonce, but talking about Nicki Minaj. Oh, that must mean that y'all gonna turn on the Carters. That's what that means. But where is everybody else that you support? Where are they at as it relates to what's going on in Minnesota and the immigrants? Where is they at? You wouldn't dare come to Rihanna about it. Because out of all the celebrities, Rihanna don't fucking need black people. She's just that bad to the fucking bone. But she's such a sweet person, such a kind-hearted person, a pure heart, that she is a mother to nations. But you're not asking of other people that what you expected of Nicki while also saying she wasn't the queen of rap. So which one is it? Is she the queen of queens of rap? Or is she a peon? Because if she's a peon, y'all show giving a lot of press and y'all show are very upset that a peon is voting Republican. The same energy that you have for Nicki, you do not have that energy for Nas. You don't think Nas got some Republicans in his back pocket with that casino that he just got the $7.6 billion dollars? My apologies, $1 billion approved for an expansion of and a build out of that casino out there in New York City. You don't think that there are Republicans on that committee? Black women can literally show you a video of them getting socked out by a Corey Holcomb. And you still up in this motherfucker trying to figure out what all the other reasons as to what that meant. You didn't give a fuck about Corey Holcomb socking out that black woman as much as you gave a fuck about Nicki siding with people who actually would protect her from industry executives who want to make sure she doesn't do very much more and want to kill her legacy the way the same magic that was used for black people. That's another thing on that CTV program this tonight. He said, yeah, so what we'll do is that you'll end up, where your legacy is nothing, and then you'll lose out and you'll be a nobody. So basically, it's almost like they're a part of a little group. And if anyone speaks out against black gay men or black trans women, y'all get into y'all little gang and go after them. Especially y'all do the same thing that white people did to white people who helped blacks, you know, abolish slavery or help black people get away from being enslaved. When they were caught, or the white people who were involved in the civil rights movement, they were harmed worse because of them being white and being helpful to the opposition. Your position has absolutely indicated that you perceive anyone who supposedly, even if they're grifting, that's not the reason you're up there. You're not trying to save black women from a grifter. You're mad that he's exposing trade, which is getting in the way of your love and sex life. You feel like he's fucking up the brotherhood of gay black men and black trans women. It's one thing when black women do it because you see yourself in opposition officially from black women, not black men, but black women. And that's the reason y'all going so hard. You don't give a fuck about T.S. Madison, hoe ass nigga. You was just up there laughing about her starter house. You don't give a fuck about her. Are you serious right now? You are the most inauthentic, like, person. You're not, there's nothing authentic about you. Everything is very scripted and extra, and it's like anyone who has a difference with you, you get real catty and bitchy at. You start to fuck with them about what kind of money they got, what kind of car, because you're an elitist piece of shit. You actually are more aligned with what you perceive the Republican values to be than any one of us. So you don't like it when a motherfucker calls your ass out. The reason why black people are still where we are is because we are hypocrites. We sell each other out in music. We sell each other out in entertainment. We just, we don't seem to understand that we make billions of dollars for industries that do not flow back into our communities. Under Democratic rulership, the state of California, one of the richest states in the United States of America, has a skid row, unlike multiple cities in the United States of America. But they have great programs for immigrants, but there are people on skid row. That is what America will look like when you don't have diversity in your positions and your parties, when you just go along to get along. Do you know the history of why black people are actually democratic? Do you know the history? I'm sure a fuck ass nigga don't know the history. You know that black people are only Democrats because when they were, the KKK were supposedly real heavy, because black people were Republicans up until like the 1920s. We were very conservative. There were these men who would burn crosses and threaten to like burn down homes where black people were. And the Democrats thought it would be reasonable to come to black churches, which is why they go to black churches, and basically tell black people to cast their vote in their way, and they'll protect them from the KKK and Night Riders who were burning up their homes and threatening their lives. And who's to say that those same Dixiecrats weren't the ones behind the hoods, burning up the crosses and burning the homes? Do your research. You getting out here, you damn sure do your research on Nicki Minaj. Go do something that's worthwhile. Huh? You think you know so much, we don't know shit about anything. We go out of our way to shuck and jive. You mad at the wrong motherfuckers. And I'm gonna tell you, for all you black women that are up there edging this shit on, I want you to remember that these are the same niggas. They're supposed to be your allies because you're a lesbian black woman. These are the same niggas that didn't have nothing to say about misogyny, or didn't have shit to say about black women getting killed by their sons or by their lovers in mass during the heights of the black manosphere. I want you to understand who you are aligning with. And I'm not saying all gay black men, and I'm not saying all black trans women. But I need you to get into these conversations where they speak to you any kind of fucking way. When the truth be told is that they should be washing your feet, because whatever they have acquired for themselves, they got it from your support. That's what I'm saying. That's why I won't tolerate CTV playing in my face about what my numbers are and Ozempic. Yeah, he says some little shit because he's sending bullets out to other people. Because I would have him feel how it feels to be on the receiving end of such a thing before I sit there and let him gain the satisfaction of being in a position as if he's going to ever be over me. I don't, that kind of disrespect where you're threatening other people. If I sit here and let you continue the way y'all talk tonight, how y'all was gonna gang up on that board, you'll soon be talking to me and anyone else who disagrees that way. And motherfucker, I'll spray the raid can on you first. You wanna fuck with me? Let's go. Let's go. I'll be a nobody that no one knows that took a motherfucker out. That a couple of people I guess are aware of before the end of it. Spiritually, of course. We can get that. You can get that off of me. It's however you want to do this shit. We can do it. The woman is closer to divinity and to spirituality than men. That's why women can cast a cold ass spell that's incorruptible once they have their goddamn mind right and their allegiances in the right place. I actually blame black women for why the fuck you think you could talk to me or any other black woman that way. Because if we had some dignity in ourselves, if we had some pride in who we were, we would not allow gay or straight men in mass to disrespect none of us and to get in women's business. We wouldn't allow that. Because yeah, it's Nikki today, but it can absolutely be you tomorrow. That woman don't owe y'all shit. For years, this person has tried to make things known, and for a lot of you, you knew it. I literally saw a reader a couple of months go and say she ain't lying about what Jay-Z and them doing, but fuck her. I've seen Sabri of Three Hoodoo Sisters say it, but it was still fuck Nikki, though despite the fact that she was telling the truth. And you wonder why the fuck she went to the Republican side? Bitch, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Have you lost your fucking mind? Gavin Newsom should be called the fuck out. Because what do you mean you got a skid row still in a democratic state, which is what all black people should do? We should all be Listen, California is so fucking expensive to live in. That you could be a person making $100,000 to $200,000 a year, and you could absolutely be living in your fucking car with the right set of circumstances. And you mean to tell me you wondering why certain people are drifting to the other side? You know? Because one thing about it, the Republicans sure protect their own. Can't say that much about Democrats. They seem to be popping Democrats left to fucking right. In Minnesota, they seem to be able to come in and do whatever the fuck they want to do to Democrats. And we just sit here and take it. I'm not getting into the politics. I'm just getting into the optics of it all. Because that's what y'all so concerned about. You don't give a damn about what's going on behind the scenes. I think I saw somebody was gonna try to go in on a point. Oh yeah, because don't nobody know me, don't nobody watch my channel. I'm in what is this a negative 500 Fahrenheit as it relates to who's viewing my channel. So I guess I gotta stay in my place or whatever. But someone was talking about the whole situation. Oh, three hoodoo sisters. Talk about oh yeah, they talking about Trump don't work for himself. I have if Kamala Harris was in office right now, you just wouldn't know about the shit that was going on with ICE. You wouldn't know about it. But I will say this much. To curb the population, you might be asked to get an additional vaccine. You more concerned about that than anything. And you want us black people, the same ones who were ignored by the same immigrants and by a lot of the snowflake ass Democrats who were voting more for their sexuality than they were the policies around people of color. They just use it as a moniker. You're more concerned about them than you are black people who you can directly touch and impact. You are a hypocrite. That's really what I came here to say. I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, which makes me excellent at being able to see and dissect when motherfuckers are on bullshit. I don't understand how you black people sit around and not ask yourself, how is it that Hindu people, when they come to America, they make such strides? How is it that Chinese people, Korean people, Vietnamese people, how is it under the Democrats that Haitian Americans have great businesses and Jamaican Americans, but they can feel comfortable to get they motherfucking ass up on social media and talk about how black Americans hate them while going into job places and being the token nigga that never sees injustice being done to black people. Because it does, like what did three hoodoos say? This is not America. This is not America. The loudest motherfucking mouth against Nikki. This is not America, bitch. Where you been at? Oh, you're not from here. That's where you been at. Your lineage didn't have to build this country, but you definitely you and your people have taken advantage of it, right? And even still, you were about to fix your fucking mouth to say some shit against black Americans. You want people to have empathy, but you don't have empathy for the body of black Americans. But you'll sell us some Haitian voodoo in a minute, right? But you won't put a kit together to help our communities out. There's a lot of blame to go around. So before you stick your ass up coming to me or people like me who are in support of certain individuals, you better sweep around your door. I promise you, before you fuck with me, you better sweep around your door. Because before you can even get a word in edgewise, I will read your ass for filth and every ancestor on your lineage. You got to be fucking kidding me. People can give us years of excellency. This is a woman gives as a woman, she gave us years of excellent penmanship. She gave us years as a black woman in hip hop relevancy. There's no other woman in rap, let alone black woman, that has been able to go toe to toe with male with black men in rap. But y'all more concerned with fairy shit and not the industry. And that is in where the problem is. I like Megan. I think that Cardi is relatable. Fuck the artistry. And you wonder why these black men respectfully cuss your ass out? Because you a bird brain. That's why. You see other sisters struggling to take care of their kids even on welfare. And we're not the welfare queens that people paint us out to be. But you see black women struggling in every area and at every economic level. But you want to praise, oh, we're friends. I like them. That's my friend. I can go hang out with that person. And you don't require excellency in nothing. So that means that you're probably raising your fucking kids to be dumbasses too. I'm just making an educated guess. You're probably raising your kids, your female children, to listen to R. Kelly and be a fucking fool too, huh? So she could throw that wop in a circle. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what we're doing now? I'm saying what I'm saying because of the artistry. I'm artistic. Why would I not prefer the best artist over the slop artist? Why would I go why would I go against the best? That's one thing, her political agenda. But if I'm an artist, why would I go against artistry? As a black woman, when misogyny or literally keeps black women out of the entertainment industry unless they open their ass and mouth up to their own brothers who have adopted the ways of white Jewish men and taking sexual advantage of us. Y'all think that Megan Thee Stallion was running around here allegedly sleeping with all those men because she's a freak? Or was she doing it because she understood the game? Which one do you think it is? So to obtain what Nikki has obtained, and I love how three Hoodoo sisters can talk about everybody's a hoe, everybody's a hoe, knowing that if she actually had some tea on how Nikki was a hoe, she would have been told us. Bitch, that girl would have ran back and with a fire mouth and would have said every filthy fucking thing that woman would have done the way she up on that woman's dick. But talking about I don't even know. I don't even hate my enemies like that. You are a fucking lie. You the hateful, what they call it, the hateful eight. What is it? You are filled with hate. You wouldn't think that you came from parents who were loving and educated. The way that you open your mouth and the shit that you say. You wouldn't think that your ancestors favored you. With the vitriol that you put out, you talk like a fucking ghetto project bitch that doesn't have any fucking access to culture. The way you carry on. Are you serious right now? Be so fucking for real right now. Y'all don't give a fuck about that lady who just died. And you don't give a fuck about each other. And you especially do not give a fuck about black women. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe in being in a box. Fuck y'all. If it's like that, I'm never going to side with you because Jerica likes you. I'm never going to side with you because Tony Baker fucks with you. Fuck you and them if it ever came down to it. Because I would throw them balls, bitch, into death. You don't understand, bitch. I will go into a fight knowing I might get my ass kicked just so I can pinch a bitch. I don't give a single fuck about being on your good side when you're not doing things that's on the right side of history, ultimately. I'm not arguing for her position. I'm saying that my point of the matter is this, that if she was a black man, y'all would not be aghast the way you are. And the reason you're going so hard is because you don't like nor do you respect black women. And the reason why black women are going so hard is because black women don't like nor do they respect themselves. And I don't think we've given ourselves enough reason to actually like who we are. So I just, if I could leave you with anything, I know I cuss a couple bitches out, and I meant every fucking word. And I take whatever consequence come with it. I don't give a fuck at this point. Bitch, I'm only a match strike away from releasing a fucking dragon on a bitch ass. You move funny, it can go. Okay? You don't give a fuck about that shit. You don't give a fuck about me, then I don't give a fuck about you. That's just where I'm at with it. You go out of your way to emotionally manipulate, that means that you do not care and you know that you're full of shit. All I'm saying about this is that if it were a black man, you would have not done this. You're doing it because it's a black woman and you don't respect black women, nor do you respect, you don't actually respect a black woman's sovereignty. When Kanye did this, y'all didn't talk about Kanye saying Kanye sold his soul. No, you didn't. You said Kanye was mentally ill. The way that you talked about that woman is crazy, especially considering the things she's been saying for years that you know are true. This is what I'm talking about. Because there has to be a reason why every other group is excelling, but we are not in comparison to the immigrants who've come here. There's a reason why, because you can't just yell at the black manosphere for their hatred or their disdain for black women when black women attend the synagogue of black woman hate on a daily basis. You know how Malcolm X said it's the synagogue of Satan. Black women participate in the synagogue of Satan on a daily basis against other black women. That is more of the, if you actually knew that Bible, self-hate is an original sin. It's one of the highest sins in the world, is to hate and harm oneself. Our bodies tell us when we put other people before us, we disrespect our body. We end up having health conditions, having what happened to the very sweet lady. Like think about it. This dimension does not reward those who are of service to it. It rewards those who put themselves first to make sure that they are strong and they are good in order to give to other people. All I said when the trans discussion was happening is that trans women act like they want black women to put them ahead of the line. And y'all say that it's trans woman hate. All I was saying is that this is the hatred that black women have for black women. It's such the black woman hate is so dense that T.S. Madison was really fucking convinced that she was being attacked because she was a trans black woman. It never occurred to her that black women are that fucking hateful of themselves. It never occurred to her that her being a black woman meant that she would be in proximity to receive hatred. Black women don't love black women unless the woman that they love is a light-skinned woman with a looser textured hair. Because she's envies that, because she don't want to be dark-skinned and she doesn't want to have kinky hair. Yeah, we still suffer from that shit in this country. Them means were not lying about that. It just never occurred to trans women that the hatred that they were getting was the instrument of black women towards black women. Meaning this, T.S. Madison, if you were a biological black woman, you would get that same hatred for being previously a sex worker. Whatever weapon that our asses could have used to hurt you if we didn't like you is what would have been used. It wasn't because you were a trans woman. You got more concerns with heteronormative black men and white men than you do black women. Black women just are not loving to one another. Black women are not loving to their daughters. Most of y'all have trauma because a black woman neglected you, competed with you, and you went on to do the same thing at your big age of 19 and up, of doing the same thing to another black woman. Black men have gotten over that shit. You see how much brotherhood they got? I Show Speed would not have been able to accomplish what he accomplished if black men hated themselves. He is a symbol for black men, and they're proud as if it was them. Because he did something excellent, not because they liked him personally, not because they hanging out with him personally. It's what he represents as it relates to their effigy. But us, in the meantime, we jump on Nikki because we don't give a fuck what people do with our effigy. If black women had an ounce of sense, we would have boycotted the rap like industry long time ago. Dr. Dre would have been a well whooped motherfucking roasted turkey having ass. The way in which he's disrespected black women. Jay-Z would have got knocked back to Rwanda by now if we actually loved ourselves. Motherfuckers got popular off of telling you how they pimped you and your fucking daughters out. You don't have shit to say about that because you don't respect yourselves, and you teach black men and gay black men and black trans women every day to also not respect you. And that is in the problem. You become the scapegoat for black trans women and black gay men because they're frustrated that Kamala didn't get in office and save them in their relationship structure. You've become their punching bag after making these motherfuckers virtually rich. You got T.S. Madison to wealth before you reached back and got a black woman that was in porn or as a prostitute or a stripper to that same level of wealth. T.S. Madison was able to dominate as a feminine person before before another black woman. Because another black woman who's biologically a woman, right? Y'all call her all kinds of hoes and sluts, but then turn around and say you like Cardi B and you like Megan Thee Stallion. No, you just don't like Nicki. Because Nicki asks us to be the best in our field. She asks us, in comparison to her, she asks every single person to be excellent beyond measure. And we, for some reason, we are attached as black women to being losers. We marry losers. We have babies by losers. I mean, look at your favorite, Cardi. What does she do? Loserific. Yeah, they might have money. They may have celebrity, but the nature of the type of man is loser. It's like, unless we are loserfied, we're not legitimate black people. And you've got the nerve to get up here and talk about scripture and then turn around and talk about somebody, the way somebody voted. Last time I checked, God damn it, you got that fucking Abrahamic Bible and your Christianity from a bunch of Jews that went and voted Republican. While you sitting out here wilding the fuck out as if you own religion. Because if you the fuck own religion, then what the fuck is wrong with black people? That you're praying to a God and reciting scripture that does not benefit you. That's why I put that. I'm on one tonight. I don't mean you no fucking harm, but I have to question your thought process here. You read a scripture tonight talking about this is why you're going without. Well, why the fuck are black people going without? Why? Answer that one for me. That's a doozy. Rich, but we own not one industry. Y'all are anti-Uber, but Jay-Z is one of the main shareholders of Uber. But you anti-Uber, right? You'll be surprised how many black celebrities whose assholes you kiss raw are absolutely in bed disgusting against the women. I know for a fact that if Nikki was a man, y'all would not be this. And that's what upsets me most. Is the hypocrisy around black women. And y'all can go and watch Conscious TV. You can go and sit up on the T.S. Madison and Craig and let them motherfuckers ball your ass out as a black woman, but I won't be doing it until you put some respect on the community and start opening up conversations. But since that's not happening, it seems like you motherfuckers got problems in your own group because you don't want the trade to be exposed, the same trade that's passing HIV to you and black women, because you want your bed buddy, you want to be able to bust a nut. That's enough for you to go and bust that boy head wide open so you can bust all kinds of nuts and download men who don't think much of your fucking ass to be out loud and proud. Now, you ain't never said no shit like that. Think about this. You around here cuddled up with a motherfucker that don't think much of you at all. But you coming to black women about some shit. You done opened your whole ass cavity. The base of your fucking spine to a motherfucker that don't think much about you at all. But you mad at black women. Oh, you think that it's our fault that he doesn't think much of you at all because he doesn't have, equity in his thoughts and what he participates in, right? It's our fault that the men are misogynistic, and it's our fault that the men are anti-gay. Okay, bet. I would love to see the demographic that help you expand your channels and your mentions. And I can almost guarantee you 80 to 90% of that are black women. Which means that black women do support you. Which means that black women do insulate you. It means that black women show up for your rights. But here you are, being anti-black woman like your brethren. That's what I'm here to talk about. Black women have some dignity and some respect for yourself. Stop participating in the gossip. If you got an issue with a woman, you have that issue. But don't sit up there and let men talk about women, black women, to you. When that motherfucker turned around, what was that? That Nino Brown turned around all them black women that made donations to him. And his fuck ass turned around and posted a video the other day that really made black women look real bad. The lead attorney posts more black women in compromising positions than ever. And all the shit y'all got to say, black women have failed to come up with initiatives to help their sisters up off of welfare and into excellence or excellency. This is why they call you bitch. Like Tupac said, I wonder why they call you a bitch. This is why. Hell, you can't even do the bitch right. Because the bitch is a female dog. That's man's best friend right there. You can't even do that right. You can't even be a sister. You can't even, you're not even your sister's keeper, let alone being your brother's keeper. You can barely keep yourself together. That's why I'm upset. It's not about her political position. It's with the express knowledge that if she was a man, you wouldn't have this much energy. It's knowing that her name brings you engagement. And you talk about that woman like a fucking dog. When you collect a YouTube check off of talking about her like a dog. Meaning that if she wasn't a topic, you wouldn't have been able to drive those kind of numbers. You still, every single one of you anti Nicki Minaj, you still owe her thanks because she has made you quite well padded, if you ask me. That means you still on a black woman's titty, despite the fact that you don't like her scent because she's fish. It seems like you still on her tea, though. That part. All the black male hairstylists, you think they would be on if it wasn't for black women? Do you honestly think, while you talking all that bullshit, that the black male stylists and makeup artists would be on without black women? That part. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, baby, but I damn sure ain't finna let you fuck with mines. That's really what I came here to do and say. You need to have diversity in your political aspirations. Having just the Democratic Party is not good enough. Apparently, I can guarantee you that if you had more black Republicans, Minnesota wouldn't have been happening, nor would the scam with the Somalians ever happen either. You don't even have checks and balances because we are boo-boo the fool. That's why they laugh at us. That's why immigrants laugh at you and think they're better than you because they literally think we're stupid. And at this point, I can't even argue with it. It doesn't hurt my feelings? Yes. Does it hurt my feelings that I have relatives who are in the ground, who their labor went unpaid for? Absolutely. But now at this point, based on how y'all carry on, I don't know if they wrong. You literally are like we really believe that motherfuckers brought us over on fucking boats. Like we did not architect boats and set up nations of mixed people with Taino Indians well before a slave ship even docked here. We are, my God, today, you literally, America is yours. And it has always been yours, along with indigenous looking. You are also indigenous as well. But anyway, let me go and get up off here. Y'all done fucking pissed me off. CT, I meant that shit about with CTT. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna read on the shit tonight. And if I don't like the way the motherfucker smell, I'm popping the motherfucker ass spiritually. I promise you that. And that shit with three, I am so disgusted that she cried about that woman, then turned around and landed that in Nikki's. I said, are you for real right now? You literally will allow yourself to do that. You allowed yourself to diminish that black woman in favor of diminishing another black woman. You fucking idiot. That's how I felt, okay? Those are my fucking feelings. Y'all be trying to suck a dick so hard that you don't give a fuck when the dick disrespects you.